Hello, everybody! Welcome to Super Gamekast 2. I'm your host, Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
Hey, what's going on, bud?
Hey, man, how you been? How you doing?
I'm fine. I woke up like 30 minutes ago. I got my coffee here, and I am, for whatever reason, on the Rockstar store website, and I'm looking at this shirt that just says Los Santos on it, and I kind of want it.
I want the one that says Outlaws for Life on the Red Dead store.
That's pretty good. There's one that just says TPI for Trevor Phillips Industries, which I would get if I liked Trevor more.
I want to buy that for friends named Trevor.
That's actually pretty good.
So yeah, I didn't sleep.
Yeah, what's going on with that? What are you doing?
For those of you who don't know, we record this podcast at 10 a.m. on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And I had Friday off and had a normal Friday. And then I went to bed kind of late, like 2:30. And then for some reason my body was like, you should sleep till 4 in the afternoon Saturday.
You stayed up till 2:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know. My body.
Now I'm getting more information. And okay, hang on.
My body was just like, you're not tired yet. You're not tired yet. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
I have tomorrow off. I don't got shit to do. I just slept till 4 in the fucking afternoon. And then like got out of my daze and my coma and like went about my evening, grabbed dinner and, watched a movie and played video games and paid bills and did my thing and like, midnight hit and I'm like, I should go to bed.
Yep.
Don't sleep for like 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Sleep for like an hour. Failed to get back to bed for another 2 hours and like 5:30 hits. And it's daylight, and I hear birds chirping, and I'm just hot, because it's, Reno.
Right.
And I'm just hot and cranky, and I'm just like, at this point, fuck it. I'm just going to stay up. Fuck it. And so I go ahead and stay up, play some gears, run some errands, and I'm like, oh man, I need to get some caffeine.
Yep.
I go for a Coke. I go for a big vanilla Coke. I'm like, what sells vanilla Coke around me? What's the closest thing to me that will sell me a vanilla Coke?
Gee, I wonder in Reno. What would be open at this hour?
Well, my girlfriend's first guess was a 7-Eleven. But
that's fair.
But they do not sell vanilla Coke at that 7-Eleven.
What?
And I really wanted a vanilla Coke.
Okay.
So her next guess would be the Walmart. But that is
that 24 hours?
No, but they open up super early.
Oh, okay.
But no, that is further away than this location.
Oh, right.
And I just straight up told her after that guess, and I was just like, oh no, the liquor store.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't think about it at the time, but I'm like, man, how fucking great does it look me going to a liquor store at like 8 in the morning?
Means you're living life, my friend.
Yeah, paid for my 1 liter of vanilla Coke and
right.
Made my breakfast. Had a tuna sandwich and some chips and wheat thins. And went about my day and getting ready for this show.
Breakfast.
Well, okay, so like I want something that goes well with the Coke.
Sure.
And so I want more of a lunch product than a standard breakfast.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't slept.
Wow. All right, so you're raring to go.
I am on point, son.
Okay. Well, I'll try to catch up here. Damn.
That lovely adventure.
So I used to when I was for like 1/4 of high school, I changed my entire sleeping schedule around where I would get home from school at about 3:30, immediately fall asleep, and then wake up at midnight, and then it would just be me by myself in the darkness playing video games and browsing the internet until about 7, and
Okay.
then I would get ready and go back to school, and I had to stop because I just wasn't interacting with anyone anymore.
When
I
was
had like
this?
treated.
What part of?
This was 2009, 2010.
So that was your freshman year.
No, no, no. That was my like junior and senior year.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it was
Yeah,
senior
yeah.
year.
Okay, so you were in Maryland at that point.
Yes.
I was about to
yes.
say, like, you seemed pretty focused and fine when we met you.
Well,
Well, we bonded over other things.
right. I
Um,
was in various states over the last few years, to be honest. But um,
uh,
that was a really good quarter because I didn't care about anything else going on around me. I just played the video games I enjoyed. I browsed the internet and watched what everyone was talking about and explored things, and no one was bothering me. And this is great. And then my mom responsibly said, "That's just not healthy for you." And I'm like, "Whatever,
whatever, Bob.
whatever, mom."
Oh wow. Weirdly enough, I didn't have my I didn't work a grave shift until I was 25.
Okay.
I always wanted to work a fucking grave shift so bad because it sounded amazing. And then
All right.
I got a grave shift. And I got a grave shift job as a caregiver.
Oh.
And
Wow. Oh, right. Yes, you told me about this.
yeah, and so like I was basically getting paid to clean a house for an hour and a half and play video games. It was amazing.
Just make sure no one was dying.
Yeah, like it was basically like, okay, you'd come in, I'd get in at 10, clean the entire house, like make sure the dishes were clean, floors were mopped, tables cleaned, all the paperwork's filled out, done. Bookmark it, takes an hour, maybe an hour and a half at most. Midnight, midnight. You have to do what is known as a bed check. So if they're in their bed, they're breathing, etc.
Yep.
All right. If they lock their door, you gotta listen. All right, keep them breathing. You're good. So, and so like, and at first it was great, especially because Ray and I worked at houses down the road from each other and the same shift, and lived together. So it was literally like work grave, come home, and then make giant, because we're broke because
Yeah.
this job paid garbage. Make giant plates of eggs because eggs
What?
eggs are cheap, bro.
They are.
If you
I
buy
feel
them,
like there's other options, but okay.
okay. We also want things that wouldn't like kill us. So like, I would like get the big pan out and make like 10 eggs and
Right.
and toast.
Yeah.
And covered it in Louisiana Crystal hot sauce.
Wow.
We would wolf that down while watching Scrubs or stand-up comedy.
What a life.
And it gets better. And then we would play Heroes of the Storm until 11 in the morning, in which then we would pass out.
Yep.
And then eventually Ray moved out, and then it just became Ray would straight up bring his PS4 to work. Like he would straight up bring like his PS4. Like I was at least bringing a laptop, so I could be like, oh, I was like fucking working on homework or whatever. Like
I'm
Ray,
a responsible adult.
Yeah, Ray was just like straight up bringing a fucking PS4 into the fucking caregiving house.
I mean,
Oh,
they know.
oh, they have to, right? Like, actually, they do know because like I worked at I was a substitute at like another house, and like this dude straight up on day shift brought one.
Okay. Yep.
Like it kind of depended on your manager though, because some managers were super bitchy about it. Some were like, and to be fair, like most because they were on so short supplied in staff, the staff could kind of get as staff. Like as long as we were doing the paperwork and the clients were okay, we could kind of get away with murder.
That seems like it would violate the paperwork, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but yeah, it was, like that job, like for the first like 8 months was pretty great. Especially because eventually Ray and I got put at the same house, but a swing shift. And then, like, we wanted to maximize money because we were getting tired of the job and how little it paid. Because Ray was making the most of us at $9.50.
Okay.
I was, like, second at $9. So what we were doing is like, okay, but you could shift trade with other employees. So this is what we would do. We'd talk to morning guy or grave guy and do a full trade of where, so let's say week 1, I would give grave guy all of my swing shift, and he worked doubles for an entire week. So he'd work it, so he'd get 80 hours still, but half of them would be doubles.
Huh.
Or all of them would be doubles, sorry, not half of them.
Oh,
and then the next week, he would take off entirely. And I would work all of his shifts.
Oh, damn.
So that means half of your paycheck is double what it normally would be.
Huh.
That lasted about a month before the office came in and fucking chewed us all out.
Yeah, I believe it.
And then there was the time when Ray worked a 36-hour shift and I worked a 32-hour shift, and literally everybody in the company got in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you can't leave the client.
No.
Like, if your relief doesn't come, you're just not going to fucking leave the handicapped, adult. Like yeah, you're going to leave the giant, 300-pound man with an IQ of 38 by himself.
Right.
Great.
You got to remember, you're doing this for the sake of these people.
Yeah, so and morning guy didn't show up, and I shift traded with swing guy, so I literally had to work it ended up being 32 hours before someone came to relieve me.
Holy crap!
Which is super illegal, by the way.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
How at what point are you not able to confidently do your job?
Well, so I mean, I was just exhausted during it, and Ray ended up having a similar experience 3 months later, where he did 36, and it could have been 44.
Ugh.
Nice. It's because once again we just can't leave.
No, I know.
And we want to go home. But no, one thing I actually do. But no, that was the job that told me I can't work grave shift.
Right.
And here's why is because, oh man, I need to go get laundry done. Oh, it's closed.
Yep.
Oh, I need to go. It's oh hey, we're all hanging out at the beach or the river this Saturday.
Yep.
That's cool. I'll be asleep.
Yep.
Because I gotta stay on schedule.
You have to basically change all of your friends' sleep schedules to match yours in order to make it work.
Right, which most of them can't do unless they also work grave. Which actually, that's why there's this dude I know who was not doing that as a grave shift person, and he was just always bitching about how tired he was. And I'm like, well, if you would just fucking keep a grave schedule all the time, you know? And I'm just oh, God, you're an idiot. But you want to party and go do stuff, so it's I
understand, but you gotta pick one or the other.
Yeah, and originally he was on day shift, but so the company he works out here only offers 2 shifts. It's 6 in the morning until 6 at night, or 6 at night till 6 in the morning.
Okay.
So you have to pick or either crack of dawn or sunrise, basically. On and he couldn't take the morning one because it's a 30 minute to an hour commute out there, and then combine that with his already the fact he didn't have a car, so he had to commute to the shuttle.
Yeah, no.
So
do this.
So yeah, he was like basically like waking up at 4, and then so he like switches over to grave, but like can't maintain grave life.
Man, I have some problems with my 9 to 5 work schedule, but there are things that can be easily taken for granted.
I had that experience recently myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last year, I did really well at work to where I could pick any schedule they had available I wanted. Okay. And I always loved the idea of working 4 10-hour shifts and having a 3-day weekend.
Sure.
That's the one I took.
Yeah.
What they didn't tell me is the third day off was by level of service.
What?
So, like, service levels, like how busy it's going to be.
Oh.
So, and we have an entire department dedicated to figuring out when we need people on what days.
Mm-hmm.
So every single fucking week, my extra day off could be at random Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
Okay. Wow.
So instead of like this week, I got a 3-day weekend. It was awesome. So but it sucks because it one, you can't ever really plan ahead for that extra day.
Yeah.
Like, you can plan up to, like, a week and a half to 2 weeks ahead. Like, okay, whatever. But, like, I can't plan long term. I can't be like, oh, I can stay I don't have to, take time off for Evo Friday.
Exactly.
So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2, it rotates. So you never get a routine.
Oh, yeah, that's no good.
And as a creature of habit, like I am, that just fucks with me, bro.
Yep.
So bad. Because when I'm on 9 to 5, I just become a robot for 5 days.
Right.
Like, just work, gym, stream, bed. Work, boom, 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 boom. 5 days, weekend. But on this, it's like, okay, this week it's this thing, this week it's this thing, so that's a problem. 2, I found out 10-hour shifts, when you're doing them every week, can kind of wear you down and suck ass.
Yep.
And then on top of that, it makes basically doing anything after work a non-thing. Like, you're, not happening, bro.
Yep.
So, that's one of the big problems as well, is you end up in that, because, I work 9:15 to 7:45. Okay, by the time I get home, it's 8:05 to 8:15, depending on traffic. By the time I eat and whatnot, it's get myself all relaxed, it's 10.
Right.
Or not 10, it's 9, 9:30. I want to go to the fucking gym at 9:30?
Yeah.
To fucking hang myself. So, I'm only working out on that third day off and weekends, and I'm only, I'm not streaming enough, and I'm just, I hate the 10-hour shifts, and it's just
Yep, nope, it just evolves.
So this year, they're like, okay, you have less options this year, and I'm like, cool, give me an 8:30 to 4:30. And they're
fucking normal.
I'm like, give me, waking up a little bit earlier is gonna suck, but you want it to be cool, getting home at 5:15.
Yep.
And then also working a 10-hour shift, you don't get an extra break. Which, that's horse crap, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah. Well.
So, sleep schedules, everybody.
Hey, yeah. Hey, what are you doing while you're awake?
While I'm awake, I shop for used video games.
Do you now?
Actually, I was shopping for used video games a little bit this week. I was looking for some 360 stuff. So
okay.
I went to my local games retailer of Cap'n Games.
Right.
And because I was looking for a 360 play and charge kit, because mine was broken by my heater.
All right.
Because it fell behind the TV stand, which is adjacent to the heater, and it melted the pins.
And
bent them and shit. So it's well, that's cool. Well, it didn't melt them, but it caused them all to bend because of the heat.
Right.
So I was like, well, shit. I don't want to use AA batteries on my 360 like an animal. So, crap, what am I going to do? So, I was like, alright, Captain Games, let's, how much one of these cost? $6. Great. Perfect. And then I proceeded to get a new 360 power brick while I was there, or at least look for one, because mine's kind of making weird noises.
Okay.
And then finally, while I was there, I decided, why don't I look at some games?
Yeah.
And I found something.
All right.
If you want to buy 360 games, or even PS3 games, the time is now.
Why? What's going on?
They're so cheap. Literally, everything I found, full, complete copies, like, used, of course, was like under $10.
Huh.
Almost everything. Like, I'm on their site right now. Like, I'll list some notables. Alan Wake, $8.
Yep.
All Pro Football, $11.
Mm-hmm.
Any Assassin's Creed, $11 or less, except for Black Flag.
Okay.
Asura's Wrath, $11.
All right.
Any of the Batmans, $5.
Nice.
Any of the Battlefield Bad Companies, $5.
Okay.
The Beatles Rock Band and Bioshock, $7.
Wow.
Any of the Call of Duties, $10 or less, except for Black Ops 2.
Huh.
Apparently that one's multiplayer is still just popping.
Okay.
That's why I asked. I was curious.
Yeah.
The Dance Centrals, if you have a Kinect, like $6.
Huh.
The Fable games, also like $6. This one's one of the rare ones that actually goes over $15. Deadly Premonition, $19.
Oh, sure.
Deus Ex, $5. Crisis, $5. Dishonored, $5.
Damn.
Fucking Dragon Age, $7. But Oblivion, $7. Fable 2, $7.
Yeah.
Fucking just.
All right.
Yeah, dude. Fucking A.
So, what'd you get?
I didn't pick up anything yet because talking on cash because I have a trip coming up and whatnot. But gonna troll back here in about a month and just get a cart.
Yep.
Also, a lot of these I already own.
Yeah, that's the thing.
A lot of these I own, or if I don't own them on Xbox directly, I own them on PC. There are a couple I still definitely want to buy. I never bought Asura's Wrath, for example. I think that game is awesome. I never bought the first Bad Company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have the second, but not the first.
Oh, the first one I remember being pretty fun.
That game's great. So was the second one. That is what I want Battlefield to do for their next game. They're not gonna, but I know.
Right.
There's something on the first page though that I listed that I was really looking at there too. Oh yeah, I wanted to pick up Modern Warfare 2 just because that's a game that is worth having.
That was a good game.
So yeah, and then same thing PS3. You go into the PS3 section and it's slightly more expensive because of the fact that not as many people owned PS3s, so not as many PS3 games are just floating around.
Right.
But even then, very much similar stuff. I nearly bought Band Hero because it was $5 and I never played it.
Huh. Sure.
I was like, it's $5. I have a guitar that works with it.
Right.
Let's do it.
Why not?
That. There's a whole bunch of those where it's just okay, so this way, the average price here is $7, right?
Yeah.
That means I could get 7 games for $45.
Yep.
That is some bargain, sir. So
yeah, the unfortunate thing is that the height of our working on the website and reviewing games and playing as many games as possible was also during that era. So yeah, you mentioned all these deals, but I'm also fuck, I think I played most of these already.
Yeah, that's the problem. I owned and played most of these.
Yeah.
But I have never played Band Hero, Probably what you were
Sure.
picking up. Never didn't own the first Bad Company, just rented it. Like, never finished Asura's Wrath. Like,
Oh, sure.
there's a handful of these where I'm just like, yeah, okay.
I'm sure if you sat or if you like took an afternoon and just kind of went through the store, you could find a good selection of games you've been wanting to play.
Yeah, it's not like the original Xbox where I'm like I have a freaking laundry list of like, well, here's all the shit I missed.
Yep.
Or like I Amped 3. That's another one I don't have.
Oh, Amped 3.
Yeah.
Ah,
But like
good game.
I was looking through and I'm oh yeah, I could use a copy of Crimson Skies. Like I use a
Could
copy. Yeah, that's actually a good game. Jade Empire.
Sure.
One of the things about this is like I constantly have to cross check to see if there's a PC version though, because
Sure.
if that's available, that's the route I'm gonna go unless that version's messed.
Yep.
But yeah, so if you are the game collecting type, or you just like didn't play a whole lot of games last gen, and you want to get on some amazing ass games for like no money,
Yep.
because this store does not price way below or even below your average used game shop. I'm sure that you could find these same deals at your local places. I'm sure.
Oh, I assume.
So yeah, that was yeah, it's kind of been my week. Oh right, the Madden thing. I almost forgot.
Oh yeah, what's going on with Madden?
I'm upset.
Is this a news thing or is this a personal thing?
Both.
Okay.
The new Madden's coming out in like 9 days if you get the special edition.
Oh Jesus, what?
11 days if you get the non-special edition.
Oh yeah, get that competitive edge over those 2 days.
Yeah, here's the thing though. I actually kind of like that for collector's editions. Like that's actually one thing I think is like, okay, that is actually something exclusive. That is something that okay, like if you're willing to pay extra for it, and give you like because Microsoft started that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, because that's enough time to where like if you're really pumped for that game, like it matters, but it's not gonna be enough to piss off the average consumer.
Right, the person who doesn't have the money, like, can afford to wait a couple days and will not be bothered by missing those 2 days. Whereas someone who has the money and would really be all right with spending that kind of money to get it a couple days early, then EA and whoever gets 10 extra bucks or whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, and here's the thing: if you're that like excited for it, like back when I was a huge Madden head, for example, like then yeah, that's totally worth it for you. That's 2 extra days of you getting ready for online league.
It just seems like a weird psychology experiment.
Okay, better example. Like the new Halo will probably do this. Like if you're a really big Halo fan, yeah, you'll pay the extra bucks. You'll pay to get it like a couple days early.
Yeah, what if you're a really big Halo fan but you're poor?
All right, but like here's my like this is $10 to $20 extra depending on the version.
Yeah,
And this shit is coming out months and months in advance.
that's true.
Yeah, like that's because like I remember being poor.
It's according to some brackets we still are, but
Yeah, I am firmly lower middle class according to my tax return.
Okay.
Fucking fuck you, U.S. government. Like I am very much from like in Reno. I'm actually in the like upper middle brackets. Which when I think about that,
That sounds depressing. But
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well, because like Ray makes a little over $50K a year, and he's in the like top 10% for Reno earnings.
What?
And I'm like, that is the most depressing thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, Reno's in
Which like implies like I'm not that far behind him. So I'm just like, that is the most depressing shit I have ever heard in my entire life.
Anyway.
So, anyway, so, like, because like I remember when I was like super super broke, like when the PS4 was coming out, it was when the PS4 was announced, I was working at what was that place? Where did I work before AT&T? Circus Circus, that was it. I was at Circus Circus making like no money, and I didn't know I was gonna get that job at AT&T, so I didn't know I was gonna have baller checks for the next like 8 months.
Right.
But but on the other side of that, I know I've had baller checks for the next 8 months. So what I did is like when they announced the PS4, I put $20 down on it, and for the next like every paycheck, I would go and put like a 20 or a 10 or a 5 on it.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot. They announced that stuff. Well in advance.
Yeah, like that. Like they announced this Madden in like April, so like, yeah, it's since April to know if you were gonna spend that extra 20.
Right.
Right. Like, that's actually like back when I was like a kid and broke. I actually I always hated I always wanted as much lead time up to a system as possible.
Sure.
So I could be like, all right, I can save my allowance. I can do extra side hustles for money. I can trade some shit in. I can get a good report card money and birthday money. Like I have to get all the hustles ready for this $100 to $300 purchase.
Yep.
Anyway, I was rolling around and I found this article where it's like top 20 new features they're adding to Madden, or top 10, sorry. And I was like, oh shit, dude! Like, all right, I have not been a competitive Madden player in about 3 to 4 years. I've played it very casually these past couple of years. I couldn't even tell you what the big difference is other than the story mode the past 2 years.
Right.
Which that story mode in 2 years ago was awesome. Last year was kind of okay.
Okay.
Okay, so first one is the first thing they're adding is QB1 personalized scenarios for franchise. So instead of doing their Telltale style series, The Long Shot, with like Madden minigames in between, they decided that instead that they would do is make it custom for franchise mode. So you'd get a college QB and you'd select from 10 colleges and play through college in the NCAA championship and then play your pro career.
All right.
Now, there's 2 things I want to say about this.
Uh-huh.
The first one is, that sucks because it's not like, you can't make characters with that. Like, you can't make the long shot.
Right.
You can't put the dudes from Friday Night Lights in that shit. Like you did, which was weird and neat to see a digitized version of them.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. So the second thing is, this already existed in Madden 06, except it was for any position, and it was called Superstar Mode.
Yeah.
And you've had this, like, in the game forever. Just now there's going to be some extra stuff around it. And, like, Number 2, create a college QB and play the NCAA championships. First off, that's part of bullet point number 1. It should be. Second off, no, it's only 10 colleges.
What?
Yeah, you only get to pick from 10 colleges.
Okay.
All right.
Why? All right.
I'll load up the fucking article.
Yeah.
I'll load. You get 10 colleges. You get Florida, Florida State, Miami, LSU, Oregon, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Texas, USC, and Clemson. Yeah.
Why only 10?
When there's like 120, 119.
Is this like a mode that they created and then said, like, we'll include your school in this very limited list in this mode if you pay a little more money to us?
That sounds like an EA thing they would do.
That sounds like an EA thing. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, why?
Well, it's because, like, maybe it's like they want you to be, like, a first-round draft pick, and, like, those are all very good schools and likely to be in the NCAA championship.
Yeah, but there's got to be more than those that
Ver-
qualify for that, right?
Yeah, like I think you could go up to 25, but like those are like the most likely. Versus like in the past, you would pick Nevada, and Nevada would get as far as they would get, and you'd be like a fourth round draft pick.
Yep.
Now, granted, this story mode's gonna probably be a lot more customized and like their newer story mode. But like, fuck that. I want like, what if I want to be an undrafted free agent and fucking like become the new star of whatever team I get drafted to?
Yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah, like, can you write a story around that?
That'd be
Like,
fun.
instead, we're gonna get this predetermined path. It's just gonna be a uniform change. Like, for example, like, okay, so let's say I pick the Broncos in this. The Broncos drafted a second round QB this year. So, am I gonna be competing with him for a spot?
Right.
What if I go to what if I want to play for a team that already has like a really good established QB1? Like, what if you were the Seahawks?
Yep.
Like, as the Seahawks QB, you play as a backup for 10 years.
Right.
Like,
Wonderful.
Like, this sucks. It's stupid. It's unbelievably stupid.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Um,
It's the next bullet point.
hold on. So
You gotta sell me on this.
after that, you go to the NFL Combine and the NFL. So yeah, let's see. Then next up is Superstar X Factor. This I actually kind of like in theory,
Okay.
because it's similar to an old system they used to have.
All right.
Oh, I miss you, Sega. I miss you so much. Anyway,
Uh huh.
X Factor.
Yes.
Alright, so EA confirms there are 50 Superstar X Factor players and 30 additional Superstar players. You'll get zone abilities and Superstar abilities that you can use to get the edge on your opponents. The zone ability happens when your player is in the zone. To get in the zone, you need to complete objectives and change your style of play. If you're trying to get a quarterback in the zone, you need to pass, not run. The example that was given is if you're playing as Patrick Mahomes, your objective list will focus on passing, so you'll need to switch from a run style if your go-to play style is passing. The objectives will be harder on higher difficulties. They'll launch with 20 zone abilities and 140 superstar abilities. EA promises that you'll be able to see and feel difference each game because of these special abilities. Alright, so first off, they used to have this back in the day. I think it was like Madden 08, where like every player on your team that was really good, like an 85 or higher at something, would have like what they specialized in under their player icon. So like for example, Jay Cutler had like a rocket for like a rocket arm. He'd throw real hard and real fast. Like Mike Vick had like speed shoes on like little icon under him. You know, like your like receivers would have like list whether like if they had hands they were possession, if they had like wings they were like speed, if they were like spectacular catch they would have like a one-handed icon.
Okay.
It was to help the only difference here is the getting them into the zone to use those ability thing, which is like that's actually kind of annoying. Because, like, what if you have a QB where, like, part of your game plan is running?
Yeah.
Or this seems really restrictive and stupid. And, like, seems like it could have been worked on, which seems like it could have been used for something like, I don't know, dedicated servers for the online.
What if I get in the zone only when I hand off? What if I, like, hand off and, like, if we get 3 yards, I'm like, yeah, they're not going to expect this. I'm going to come out, I'm going to throw, and they're going to be like, oh, crap, that QB hands the ball off and throws. I'll be in the zone then.
But no, like, what if, okay, so, hold on, this is so terrible for so many reasons, but the first one I'm thinking of is just like, okay, like, Lamar Jackson is literally a better runner than he is a thrower. So like if you play as the Ravens, which Aaron, I believe you are a Ravens fan.
Yes, I'm a fan of a couple teams, but Ravens definitely one of them. Yes.
Um, like man, sucks for you to have to complete passes with Lamar Jackson before you can actually use him
Yeah, I don't know.
correctly.
Right.
Um,
Well, the way I always want to play the Ravens is the 2012 Ravens. They've been disbanded, and I know that, but god damn it.
it's okay. It was real hard for me adjusting my from 2013 Broncos to 2015.
Sure.
I used to be, hey, this is going to be a boat race, and I'm going to win. To like, all right, we're going to score 6 points and win this shit.
Right. Well, that's a larger problem I just have with the Ravens in football, and I don't really want to get into it on this podcast. It's just they had a really varied offensive plan, and then they just got rid of people over time because they got the one Super Bowl. That's enough. Let us start this Ravens tradition of going 12 years without a Super Bowl, and then we win one, and then we disband, and then 12 years later we'll try again.
I mean, my franchise is frustrating as hell as well as a Broncos fan.
Yeah.
Because so we win that, we lose that Super Bowl. First off, we lose that fucking AFC divisional round off of the worst coaching decision of all time. And the worst safety play I've literally ever seen. Twice.
Yeah.
That is the first. So, in high school, I tried out for safety at first before getting moved to linebacker and pass rusher. The first thing they teach you, don't let anyone get behind you.
Yep.
In that specific scenario, stay as far back as you possibly can be. Yep. If you need to, chill in the end zone. So that, and then 2013 we get crushed in the Super Bowl. And I'm being honest also, man, injuries hurt us a lot that year, but just had that great ass offense and just got fucking smacked.
Yep.
And then 2015 felt like the year was oh, Peyton Manning's done, everything's going to shit. Good to know we at least got to a Super Bowl with him.
Right.
And then fucking the defense and the running game and Gary Kubiak carry his lifeless corpse to another Super Bowl. I mean, he was a leader, but Jesus Christ, that season shaved 10 years off my life.
Yeah.
It shit okay, do you know every single fucking week, it was fun to watch, but every single week it was Broncos win by 3 in overtime. Broncos win on last minute touchdown.
Yep.
Broncos win on goal line stand. And I'm just the AFC Championship game in particular, where we get a 14-0 lead and win the game 21-19. Off of a 2-point conversion failure. And I'm and then we got, thankfully, in the Super Bowl, we just fucking crushed the Panthers. Just fucking crushed their spirits.
Not expecting that, to be honest.
I was. I was watching the way, the Panthers, you know the kind of vibe you get when someone's, way too cocky?
Sure.
And, that was the vibe I was getting from the Panthers on social media. And, on all their interviews. And, I'm just and, they had a real easy, typically a team that has a really easy path through the playoffs does not have a good time in the Super Bowl. And they fucking destroyed the Cardinals. They beat the crap out of some other team, I forget. And I remember being they are about to, and I remember being that Carolina team is about to run into a goddamn brick wall. They have been scoring because their offense was amazing.
Yeah.
They were scoring on people super like all the time, run or pass. Cam Newton was the MVP that year, I believe. And I remember being like, Cam Newton has not seen a defense like this, and he is not ready. like, I'm so like watching them hit. The thing that sold me on them that they were going to win that Panther game was watching the AFC Championship game and watching them hit Brady 22 times.
Oh yeah.
That means they laid a hand, be it a hit or sack, on Brady 22 times.
Yeah.
Their offensive line coach was fired the next week. I'm not joking. Patriots don't fuck around.
Well, right. No, that's like the one thing.
Oh.
Brady's taking, salaries at a loss. Or taking, subdued salary to stay there. That means all your money's basically going into protecting that man.
Yeah, so no, and then, in the next year, Kubiak comes back. We have a 9-7 team with Trevor goddamn Siemian as our quarterback.
Yep.
Okay, we have a guy who was a 6th-round pick who currently is fighting for a second-string job with the Vikings, get us 9 wins. But Gary Kubiak wants to retire for health reasons. So, we go out, and instead of getting Kyle Shanahan, who just did an amazing job coaching the Falcons' offense to the best year they've ever had, decides, we're going to hire this guy who had the 25th ranked defense with the Dolphins. Be our head coach. 2 horrible years later, here we are.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, well.
So, feature number 4, play the Pro Bowl.
Okay.
So, before we discuss about how terrible the Pro Bowl is, and I don't know why you'd ever want to play it.
Right.
This was something that used to be in Madden. It was in the 360 versions and the PS2 versions. Why? And then also, why would you ever want to play the Pro Bowl?
I could see wanting to play the Pro Bowl in this artificial video game setting where it kind of lives up to what the Pro Bowl is supposed to be. Because it is all the best players all put together.
But you could just make 2 teams and load them in and do that anyway.
I'm not going to do that work.
Oh. I mean, that work wouldn't be hard. It would just be all right, who are the 99 quarterbacks? Boom, boom. Who are the 99 running backs? Boom, boom. Left side, boom, boom.
But I guess I'm speaking for my own personal opinion is I don't want to go through the roster and have to select all these people on both sides just to set up a Pro Bowl game.
Yeah, but now you have to play through a 16-game franchise mode and 2 playoff games if you're in the playoffs to get a Pro Bowl that is just that it might not even be the best players because if some guy in franchise mode tears off, then well, there you go.
Well, yeah.
The next one, unique playbooks. This is literally in last year's game. Every team has unique playbooks for offense and defense. So what they say is the playbooks will offer more variety and noticeable differences from team to team. EA says the playbooks will offer more variety and for strategic game planning and in-game adjustments. All right, that one I'll get back to you in 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I know the Broncos playbook by heart. So
yeah.
I play a lot of that game. New option plays. Part of the playbook and play calling upgrades that will make many players happy is the addition of more run-pass options. This will allow you to call run-pass option plays more often and will flow better to add to the authenticity of the game. Let's see. You don't know exactly how many players be able to choose or how you'll be able to audible them and how it works, but it's a nice change that should more variety to the game. So wait, they're adding plays that are that'll make it so you could be okay, audible to a run or audible to a pass. Why they've already had custom hot routes and audibles for years.
Yeah, no, it sounds like they're taking features out and back in over a couple years so that they always have something to advertise.
This one's actually actually kind of cool. This one, I was like, as someone who used to play this game online, I wish I would have had this a couple years ago.
Sure.
Starting with Madden 20, you'll be able to pump fake to specific receivers.
Oh, that's good.
So you can help free up coverage and move opponents in new ways. So you can use the double tap to cancel a throw if you decide the receiver isn't a good option anymore. So, like, for example, currently what you do is you just pump fake and the whole screen moves like it's going to throw. So now I wonder if it'll, like, go to that side to make you really bite on it.
Man, that's great.
So, yeah, that's...
Surprised they didn't have that before.
Yeah, man. It almost seems like they really haven't had to innovate for 15 years.
Weird.
Alright, next up. Madden Ultimate Team.
Okay.
There's going to be new missions that you complete based on your Madden Ultimate Team level. The missions themselves won't be a reward-based experience. You see an objective to earn 50 series trophies, which in turn complete objectives to earn rewards. Missions will push you into different experiences and may take you out of your comfort zone. There are also Ultimate Team challenges in Madden that you can complete solo or with a squad. This is an upgrade solo challenge. You can pick from 1 to 3 star difficulty ratings and earn rewards based on challenge and difficulty. They're not for me. I was never an Ultimate Team guy. Like, fine.
Yeah, nope.
Whatever.
Nope, but fine, whatever.
Like, yeah, that mode's popular. It makes the EA a lot of money. Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just talked about the FIFA stuff a little while ago, so
yeah,
I don't know if Ultimate Team's too far from that.
It's basically the same thing. You know, child gambling's always great, right, guys?
Yeah, no, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
EA has been working on upgrades to help new players how to learn better the Madden features. This year it's getting an upgrade with a new on-field trainer. This new mechanism will teach you how to use Madden's new features and other Madden features that will help you to be a better player. It sounds like this will be an on-screen and in-game as you play, showing you the new features you can use and when to use them. So it's a tutorial. One of their new features is a tutorial, Aaron!
Hey, you know, what, you don't like tutorials?
Not really, no.
The tutorial stuck in my mind is when they had it was like a virtual football field with virtual players
That was like
running around teaching you how to juke, and then John Madden's like there like, yeah, and then you gotta juke, and then boom. All right. I'm learning how to play the football.
God, fucking damn it!
I don't know, that was all right. Otherwise, I don't really need a tutorial. I mean, I understand, for a game like that, you always want to. Like, football's complicated, especially to people who like just watch casually.
I think the option should be there, but Jesus Christ.
To advertise it as like this new feature.
Yeah, like fucking really. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
God damn it. And then just this is like.
It's fine. Whatever. All right. What's the next thing?
The last one of their 10 exciting new features. And these are the 10 that by the way, these are the 10 that this website chose to highlight. So what didn't they choose is the question. Rounding out the new Madden features is new celebrations for touchdowns and first downs. EA says this will have more realism in the game. Be happy to see that there are over 20 new celebrations coming to Madden 20. Yeah, for those who play a lot of Ultimate Team, it can be tiring to see the same celebrations over and over. Let's see. So there are new touchdown and first down celebrations you'll be able to pull off when you pull off a great play.
Okay, you know what? Okay, here's a feature. EA, I hope you're listening.
I will tweet at their PR rep.
I want, because I've been seeing these celebrations coming out where people have been getting more into like these like team, like coordinated dances after a touchdown where they come together. I want like some like improvising, customizable group dances that requires like rhythm timing, like a Dance Dance Revolution style or Rock Band kind of like you gotta You got to hit these
No,
notes just right.
No, that'll be something for franchise mode. So for franchise mode, part of your practice, you can make a touchdown dance. It's a rhythm game. There you go.
Fine.
So we gotta make it a little bit realistic.
That's fine. No, but when you're in game, you got to hit the right time too.
All right, yeah, I'll bite that.
Customize it. There's many things you could do. Get the Dance Central people. They're not doing anything, are they?
Yeah, Harmonix is free.
Yeah, why not? Get them involved.
All right, so this pisses me off for so many fucking reasons. Okay, there is so much shit every year people complain about Madden. Okay, there's a huge community of Madden fans, or fans in quotes, or Madden prisoners, I guess is the word I'll use.
All right.
Put that in the message. Put that in the fucking the notes. Yeah, Madden prisoners, because we don't have anywhere else to fucking go.
Yep.
Okay. All right, let me give you the list. First one, throw trajectories. A lot of the throws in Madden for years have been pre-canned animations. No matter what you do on certain throws, your receiver will not catch it even if he's wide open. Because the way the game is designed, it's like, oh, that shouldn't work no matter what.
Oh.
So that should work no matter what.
Huh.
And because of the way quarterbacks do release sometimes, you'll throw a fade to the corner every single time, and every single time it will go through or be dropped. Also, the game will fucking decide when an interception happens, just randomly sometimes. Because, because when the ball is in the air, you automatically see that DB just fucking
go into an animation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, get fucked. Next up. It is 20 goddamn 19.
Sure is.
Why does this game not have dedicated servers?
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, Madden is still peer-to-peer. You know what sucks? When you are football is a very minute-to-minute game. It's not a fighting game, but it still very much requires reaction time. You know what sucks? Playing Madden with horrible lag. Or just random disconnects. It sucks having a 21-point lead and then just a random disconnect. That sucks.
Yeah. For games that can go pretty long too.
Yeah, man, real sucks when you spend an hour for no result of it going to your stats or anything. That boy fucking howdy does that suck. Online leagues have barely been any changes since 2014, I believe.
Great.
And then finally, let's talk about franchise mode. Okay. Franchise mode still is not as good as ESPN NFL 2K franchise mode, a game that came out 15 fucking years ago!
Yeah.
Oh, God. A game that lets me fully customize player contracts and, make an entire training regimen for my players. I can fucking slave drive my players, and if I do it too hard, they'll play like shit because they're too tired. I can fucking do all kinds of crazy shit throughout the week, make them do, film study, so, they know the entire team's game plan perfectly. So, my DBs and shit will, be more likely to get interceptions and just all kinds of cool shit. Fuck.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, the drafting process for franchise mode still sucks, by the way. Oh, this has actually gotten better over the years. But still, sometimes the offensive line AI is stupid.
Okay.
I hate the thing with a running back where you run into the line and, he does his animation to try and slip through, but if he can't, it kind of just does this weird animation flounder to the ground thing a lot of the time.
Okay.
God damn it.
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do with football. I think we just need to...
Quit.
Someone needs to make a like fun arcade-ish football game and just find a way to make up good franchise names
No,
and then just make a good football game out of it.
see, I think that what I think that needs to happen is someone needs to go to the NFL and say, "Look, I know that you are making a ton of money off this franchise still, and it typically sells pretty well, but look at all these pissed off people who want another product, who will fucking do anything, who you're kind of missing out on, who will pay for your other product."
Are they missing out on though?
In some cases, I know some people who will not move. They will not budge. They update those rosters every year.
Yeah.
For 2K. I'm not one of them, but I don't buy Madden at launch anymore. I rent it, and then I'd buy it when it's like $20 later in the year.
Sure.
I
just wonder how large that is.
Well, not large enough, because, I mean...
They're still doing it.
Like, top 10 best-selling games of 2018. Let's find out. Let's find out what these were.
Alright.
Alright, so... right. Wow, that's actually surprising.
Okay.
That can't be right. Okay, here we go. That one's more realistic. Okay, I think they removed sports games from that other article. This does not include digital sales or PC. However, these are the top 10. Mario Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. My bad.
Okay.
Mario Odyssey was a couple slots down.
Right.
Monster Hunter World. God of War. Far Cry 5.
Yep.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Smash Bros.
Yep.
Madden.
Uh-huh.
NBA 2K.
Oh.
Black Ops 4.
Alright.
Red Dead 2.
Okay.
Also, shout out to Dragon Ball FighterZ, number 17.
Yeah.
But Jesus fucking Christ. By the way, ESPN 2K5 literally did come out 15 years ago. It came out July. We record this on the 21st. It came out the July 20th. So.
Goddamn. Yeah, there's a lot they could do. There's a lot they could do to make a better football game.
Or just anything. I'll take anything at this point. Fuck.
I'm telling you, if you can get just get a team together to make a good football game and then just make up the franchises, and I think if you can make that popular enough, that NFL would see that.
Well, I mean, they tried that for 1 year. It was called All Pro Football. It was
that was how long ago was that?
That was 2007.
Yeah.
So what it was 2007, and they went, and what they did is they said, okay, we can't use current NFL players, so we're going to use retired superstars and make a game based around that and NFL, and it's going to use the NFL 2K gameplay and engine and everything.
Okay.
And it didn't have as many features as those games, but it certainly played a lot better than anything Madden ever did. And it was cool. The way it worked is you built your team and you got 2 gold star players. And I think you got 5 silver and then 7 bronze. Or something like that. So gold star would be your Jerry Rice, your Joe Montana, your John Elway. You know, your silver tier would be your Roger Craig, something like that. And then your bronze tier would be your William Perry, the Fridge, guys who are known and notable, but not the superstars.
Yep.
So yeah, and it was a lot of fun. I remember I was I would be happy paying for this instead of Madden going forward, especially if they expanded on it with more players as they retire or custom shit. Fuck yeah. Also, when you made your team entirely customizable, I believe you could even scan in your own logos if you wanted to. From what I remember.
That sounds... Well, if it's not that game, it was around that time, yeah, you could do stuff like that.
Yeah, so... Damn, Aaron, cops every week. What you up to, boy?
Dude, this place is lawless.
Seattle is lawless. Truly a Mad Maxian wasteland.
I mean, if you want the truth, it's probably a homeless person that overdosed that an ambulance is responding to.
That is sad.
It's sad. It's
We're
but I prefer the GTA fun image
what is
rather than the sad truth that downtown Seattle can sometimes be.
Oh, I feel like that's getting downtown any like any mid-sized city or up because we're starting to get that problem here.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people finding dead hobos.
Well, drugs.
Some people found a dead hobo in the old bus station. What used to be so. Were you around when they built the new bus station?
Yes.
Okay, so the new bus station, is running great now. They got Wi-Fi. Some buses even have Wi-Fi.
Nice.
But the old bus station's still not demolished, still not used for anything. And
Good Lord.
like a hobo broke into one of those, and then just died there.
Ah, that sucks.
It's like the most depressing shit I've ever heard.
Got to get on top of that drug problem and get a control on rent prices. I've heard a lot of them are because the rent just goes too high and they can't afford to pay it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
There's nothing.
I mean, dude, I was doing my budget and I'm just like, well, the most I can afford right now is $1,000. So,
Right.
like a 1-bedroom here would be almost impossible. I'd have to get a studio.
Right.
Yep. And then or find get a 2-bedroom with a roommate, which is what most people do. But it's just you can't live with fucking roommates forever. I guess.
Sure.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Anyway, got derailed by the sadness.
Lots of things going on, but yes.
So NFL 2K5, we salute you.
Here's to a more promising future for sports games.
Yeah, because NBA 2K wasn't so hot last year either.
No, they started selling that at a huge discount.
It was $3 a month ago on sale.
Yep.
I dearly bought a copy because I was like, well, I don't really love basketball that much other than the playoffs, but I mean for $3.
Right. Exactly.
All right, so we got we got some other news going on.
Okay.
Less sweaty news. So Nintendo gave away a bunch of free Switches.
Okay.
So there was an unlikely little gift going on from Nintendo. There was a plane that was headed to San Diego from Southwest, and that plane, everyone got a free Nintendo Switch and a copy of Mario Maker 2.
Good Lord.
Yep.
Okay.
God, how lucky would you feel?
Yeah.
Fucking.
I'll take it.
Right? Yeah, it says Southwest. So the tweet. Southwest presents the Nintendo Switch system, the perfect travel companion. Please enjoy a Nintendo Switch system and a Super Mario Maker 2 game, compliments of Nintendo and Southwest.
Man.
And then you hand them the voucher on your way out of the thing, and they hand you it on landing.
Wow.
I think they should have handed it to you there so you could use it on the way to.
Well, exactly. That's the big selling point is, hey, here's a full-on console you can play while you're on the plane for 6 hours.
I've played so much Mario Maker recently.
I bet.
Great game.
Sounds like it's a good game.
Yeah. No, man. This is still really awesome. For some reason, this is not the first time they've done this. The last time they did it was with the Wii U.
Oh, weird.
So I'm pulling up a news story from Complex. Flying Southwest this week, Nintendo and Southwest are teaming to give away more than 100 Wii U's. And then, yeah.
All right.
So,
I mean, if it gets in the news.
I feel like this is such a weird promotion, though. Just
It is.
Here, random airplane passengers.
You guys played the Mario once.
You played the Mario, here's the new Mario.
Yeah. Why not?
So, hey, we're getting a Switch redesign. Not the Lite, but a regular Switch redesign.
Okay.
And what it is they're taking the old Switch and they're literally changing the box art and they're upping the battery life.
Good.
That is literally it. It is literally going from 2.5 to 6.5 hours to 4.5 to 9 hours.
That sounds all right.
Which, that's a pretty big jump.
Yep.
Sucks for people like us, but I bought a battery pack for a reason, so.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, some of us were already in it, but.
Yeah, like if you're buying a new Switch, great. I don't think this is enough to like go run out and get a new one, but.
Yep.
Hey, if you are willing to wait until the end of August when these go on sale, great. The way you'll be able to tell is they have a new box. Instead of just like the Switch, instead of being like front and center with the Joy-Con to the left side, it's like the box is more red and has stuff like angled. Also, you'll be able to know by the serial numbers. The revised model is XKW. The old one was XAW. So,
okay.
So yeah, Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Good for new people buying Switches. More people should buy Switches. That has great games.
The Switch itself is just a cool idea.
Yeah, it's a great system. So, speaking of Nintendo news, they announced new Joy-Con colors.
Okay. So
they have blue and yellow and purple and orange.
Okay.
So yeah, they got a blue and neon yellow and a purple and neon orange. So you can go pre-order those, buy those, do what you want to do. Do you know anyone who's a big Joy-Con collector?
Who?
Like, do you know anyone?
Do I know anyone? No.
Because like they keep releasing all these colors, and like the only one I really want is that Splatoon one. Like
sure.
The pink and green.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Atomic Purple. I know it's not going to happen, but that's the only one I would ever go out to get.
And even then, I'm like, why would I buy Joy-Cons when I can buy Pro controllers for the same price?
Well, that's true.
And they're real controllers.
Right.
Like, the Joy-Cons are fun. Like, the thing is, like,
as long as they don't malfunction, like, it's great.
Yeah, like, well, one, they have that analog drifting issue for some people. And then two, just, like, I played through half of Zelda on that thing. But the second I went to a Pro controller, I never went back.
Oh, sure.
The second that I bought a Pro controller and had that for my Switch, I never go back unless I'm in portable mode.
Yeah.
So
mine occasionally disconnects, which is real fun.
Oh God, yeah.
It's like on Splatoon. Let me tell you, man, nothing better than trying to move my character and him standing still for 5 seconds, and then all of a sudden he's moving in the earlier direction when I've changed direction. It's great.
So,
but yeah.
So yeah, that's and then the last piece of Nintendo news is Luigi's Mansion 3.
That's a game.
It has a release date. In fact, it has the spookiest of release dates. Says this
420.
Hitler's birthday.
That's pretty spooky.
That is pretty spooky. Become a terrible artist and then a terrible dictator.
I just imagine the end of Luigi's Mansion 3 just gets the BFG and there's Mecha-Hitler. And like, wait. Be a good mashup.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that.
Then you suck up Hitler's ghost.
Nintendo, get on that.
Come on. Wolfenstein's hot right now.
Yeah, it is. True.
Let's get that mashup going.
So
anyway, so Halloween?
Yeah, it's coming out Halloween.
Nice.
Kind of a bummer. I wish I had it a few days before Halloween. Just because, like, I'm in the Halloween mood all of October. Not just part of it. And it's my birth month.
That's the thing is, like, here, okay. So, I'm going to talk a bit about holidays. When I think of, like, big holidays, especially towards the end, like, I celebrate it for the whole month. I mean, everyone's like that. You know, especially with Christmas in December. Like, the moment it becomes I guess, admittedly, somewhere in November we start celebrating Christmas, but like December 1st, after Thanksgiving's over and all that, that's when we're watching all the movies. We got the lights, going up and all that fun stuff. Halloween, I think I and many others treat similarly,
Yeah,
where
no,
it's October
absolutely.
1st and you are ready to go. Let's
Yeah,
watch a bunch of horror shit.
yeah, absolutely. Fucking fuck yeah. Keep going.
Yeah. So like, I get, releasing on Halloween. That's great and all, but you know,
I mean, I'm probably gonna play it on Halloween. I don't got anything better to do other than hand out candy. But like, but
what kind of
like,
candy do you get when you hand out candy?
typically I'll get like one of those mixed bags that's like Kit Kats and Reese's and Twix in it.
Yeah, that's good.
No,
That's
just
that's what you're looking for when you're going to get candy.
yeah. What was your like? I always enjoyed those. I always enjoyed Starburst. Um, fucking. I always hate the people who like try to get cute with it and hand out like chintzy toys or like fucking like fruit or some
I
shit.
never ran into any crazy people from what I remember in terms of like candy giving. It was always the standard stuff. But I was a very picky eater, so you had to be part of the Holy Trinity, which was Hershey's, Reese's, and Kit Kats.
Okay, those are all really good.
Those are all really good, and they're pretty standard. So it was fine. And then there would be like Smarties or
Smarties were good.
I've never been a big fan of Smarties, but like I totally get people like Smarties. So
Yeah,
it wasn't a problem. I just didn't eat them.
like Smarties were always fine to me. Like they never like stood out as something like I'll never eat Smarties.
Yeah, what you usually looked for was the mini versions of the mainline candy bars. Those three. Then you had Twix and Three Musketeers and Snickers and
Yeah, all of those are.
Milky Ways.
The only one of those I didn't like was Snickers
Eh,
because I don't like the peanut and like it they upset my stomach for some reason.
really?
Yeah, I think it might be just a minor peanut allergy because I get the same problem if I eat like too much peanut butter.
Sure. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, I have the exact problem. I love peanut butter too much.
Yeah, like if I eat more than like a PB and J's worth of peanut butter, my stomach will be like, dude, what'd you do?
Oh damn.
Like
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recall getting anything bad in terms of candy, but I also think I just went for the ones that I knew I liked and just separated those out from the candy and left the rest to my parents.
yeah, see, like I remember that, but like I always remember like because for most of my life I went trick or treating in one of the like rich neighborhoods of Reno.
Okay.
But like it's right by where my grandfather lives.
All right.
And the thing about people who are wealthy and trick or treating, there's two ways they go. One is completely appropriate or awesome, like it's either like full bars or the stuff you mentioned, or like something just cool as hell.
Yeah.
Or they try and get cute with it and like hand out little toys like a spider ring. Or,
Oh yes, the spider rings and stuff like that. I forgot about that.
Or like here's a caramel apple.
Oh my. Okay. Now, you want to talk about? All right. That happened a lot at school. That's what they would give you.
I was fine with that at school because it was school. Like, all right, free food at school.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Like, whatever. Like, but no, this is like, it's like you don't hand us out trick or treating. Fuck you. Like.
Thank you for this plastic spider that I'm going to have use for the next couple hours, and then it'll be November.
Yep. Thank you that I can use this to annoy one of my classmates tomorrow for all of 1 minute of entertainment.
Right.
Great. Yeah. That was always stupid.
Did you ever get a toothbrush?
Yeah, that was always. Those people must be fun people to hang out with.
I get the message, man, but ooh.
Like fucking God, I hate those people. You are like, are you just like trying to be the party pooper? Are you trying? Like
They're probably dentists.
Yeah, I mean, I probably good way to get like. Actually, no, they probably aren't dentists because Halloween's good for their business.
That's fair. I don't know. All the dentists I've run into have been like deathly concerned about the health of my teeth at all times. They seem like people who want you to be in good health, not like constantly suffering from pain, so that their business goes well.
I think there are two types of dentists.
There are two types of dentists. I think I've got the good ones.
Yeah, I have gotten a mix.
Okay.
I know, you know, I do appreciate the honesty of some of those dentists, though, where they're like, if you, like, this dude had, like, really fucked up teeth, he's like, it's like, oh, man, cool, you're gonna have me pay for my new boat.
Right, yeah.
And I'm just like, sir, like, anytime someone can be that honest, I'm just like, fuck yeah.
You're absolutely correct. This is my fault, and you're reaping the benefits from it. I get it.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
God.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alright. So that was all the Nintendo stuff I believe I have. And we got a whole bunch of Marvel news, boy.
Oh boy, do we?
Comic-Con's been happening this weekend, and we're about to get marveled up.
Yep.
First,
all right.
First bit of Marvel news is kind of small. Marvel Spider-Man is now the United States' best-selling superhero game. After a whole, what, let's see, 9 months on the market, 9 or 10, it finally bumped off Batman Arkham City.
All right. Yeah.
Well
deserved.
Once again, great game. I'm not sure if it's better than those Arkham games. I kind of want to go back to them to see, but like I did 100% that damn Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
I 100%ed it, and and I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. So when I say this, it means a lot. It is my favorite Spider-Man story.
Oh, sure.
And it is my favorite version of Doc Ock.
Oh, yeah. No, it's a great Doc Ock.
Like, that ending, bro! Just heartbreaking.
Yeah, no, it's a great Spider-Man game, and it's made me want to get a GameCube and try out that Spider-Man 2 web sling, because I still remember that being better. But
it's not. But
I just don't believe you. I can't.
Okay, fine. Don't believe.
I need to see it for myself.
That game is also on Xbox if you have a 360 lying around, or PS2.
Oh, okay.
It's on PS2 as well. Yeah, it's also better than Ultimate Spider-Man, which it uses the same fucking web slinging engine.
I remember Ultimate Spider-Man being fun, but
Yeah.
that's just like running around. As for like the game itself and the story or whatever,
I remember it just feeling like more Spider-Man 2, which was fine at the time. It was Spider-Man 2, but you could also play as Venom and eat people.
Yep.
Which that was fucking awesome.
Let me tell you what a great Venom game is. Prototype.
You want to know what's a great Venom game?
Ultimate
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or getting really good with him in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Well, sure, but
yeah, no. Which is, you know, you think Venom would like have equal like game love as Spidey at this point.
Well, they need to make more games dedicated to him, and since that movie came out to a sort of a mixed reaction,
the game was shit. That Spider-Man 3 was so fucking bad.
Was it?
Yeah. So the end of this game, they do a little bit of a tease of Venom.
Okay.
So here's hoping in the sequel.
Yep.
It really looks like they're setting up a Marvel game universe, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, I mean, that's what they seem to be doing with the Avengers game as well.
Yeah, so which, funnily enough, that bridges perfectly into my next piece of news. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, no worries.
Fucking, it's almost like I actually planned this. I probably should start sending you a fucking just weekly news, like, dossier.
Oh, man. I mean, why not? Yeah, just link it in the Skype.
Yeah, so that Avengers gameplay that they showed at E3, or didn't show to except journalists, they showed it at Comic-Con, but here's the thing about when you show something at Comic-Con behind closed doors. That shit gets leaked immediately.
I think they knew that at some point. There's just
Yeah,
too many people.
right, which is like, why bother? Why keep this farce up?
Because it's fun. Like it'll get people to look at it like, oh, someone snuck something in.
Like, yeah, some poor PR guy probably got his ass chewed out for this. I guarantee you.
I would like to think that like they like scared the people that were working there, like, do not let anyone see this, do not let anyone, knowing that someone was going to. And so when like they got found out and they got like brought back, and they're like, yeah, don't worry, it's cool, we knew it was going to happen eventually, but we had to scare you into putting up your best defenses.
Well, like the thing is, like, I get that you want to have something cool for the people at Comic-Con to be like, hey, you went to fucking Comic-Con and got to see this thing before everyone else.
Yeah.
But, like, I always hated that shit, even when, like, I was media. Like, I remember getting that Uncharted 3 demo at PAX, being like, why the fuck can't you just show this on the internet to everybody? You know? Like, I already got the t-shirt that no one else is going to get from me this fucking thing. That's
Right.
enough. You know? But they showed the gameplay, and first off, yeah, those clips from the trailer that sort of looked like gameplay were gameplay.
Right, which
Um,
seems I don't know, because did it only show the bridge stuff?
yeah, they showed the whole bridge level.
I just want to see what that gameplay looks like in a more open setting and not as Final Fantasy 13 kind of.
I'm very curious, but like, I think they'll get to that point because this is being developed by Crystal Dynamics,
Yeah.
who made the first two new Tomb Raiders, the good ones.
Yeah.
And I think that they'll do exactly what those games do, which is they're gonna design it very much similar to Arkham.
Sure.
Where it's gonna be like, okay, first like 2 to 3 hours, this is gonna be a linear story, and then it's gonna cut to being a more open-ended thing.
Sure. That's what I hope. That's what I would hope for.
As for when this game takes place, it takes place in 2020.
Okay.
Except for the opening, which takes place in 2015.
Oh.
And people are speculating that it's definitely part of a Marvel game universe.
Yep.
Because in Spider-Man PS4, Spider-Man mentions, like, oh yeah, the Avengers headquarters, they don't really have much use for it anymore ever since they moved to the West Coast. And this is them opening their West Coast facility. And this game takes place 2 years after that game.
Yep.
So they're speculating it's full on, same timeline, same, everything.
Which, that's a good move. People are going to want to get invested in the entire universe then.
Man, that must have sucked to be an Xbox fan, though, at that point. Because, like, fuck. Now you gotta go watch this or buy a PS4. Just play Spider-Man.
Well, right.
Um,
Fortunately,
Yeah.
that was a good business move
by Sony, yeah.
by Sony.
They said, like, but no, so this Avengers game, it's made by Crystal Dynamics, and the only part of it that I didn't like, that I wasn't really wowed by in this gameplay demo, which anybody who's listening to this can go look at their screen right now for it. The Iron Man part was like very blasty, Star Fox on rails, and then it changed to a combat scene. But like it's really weird because you're like switching between like shooting as Iron Man, then like fisticuffs as Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like this one seems like it's gonna be the weird one out of all of them, but it's also the one I want to try the most.
Again, like in a more open setting, like because I know they're still working on this game. It's probably not going to look exactly like this in terms of the combat.
Oh, God, dude, this game has like 9 more months in development.
Yeah.
For a studio like notorious for pulling last minute bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no, definitely, but like. I like this because it like at least it's something and it's a nice taste.
It is something, absolutely.
And like all the characters they show like look like they play differently, like they all look like they play differently and whatnot. So yeah, like that's.
I just wonder how it's gonna feel when I have the controller in my hand. How those moments are gonna play.
So they've said it's also broken into 2 parts. There's gonna be the single player story, which is just a straight shot through where you play as the Avengers in a story. And then the other thing, which is like this mission mode, which is co-op, where you like team up multiple Avengers.
Okay.
And they've said that's where all their DLC is going to come from, and that's where we're going to be putting new characters into. And they've already teased Ant-Man for that. So,
yeah.
Which, fuck yeah, Ant-Man.
Sure.
Ant-Man is one of my favorites. What can I say?
Okay.
I like me some Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange will be great.
Oh, dude, I hope they put him in. Yeah, like the Hulk.
Well, I mean, he's got a new movie coming out, right? So they gotta.
Yeah, which we'll be discussing that in a hot minute here.
Yep.
They actually showed some Hulk gameplay, and it straight up looks just like Ultimate Destruction.
Yeah.
This demo seems fine. I still think I still hold that policy for Comic-Con is stupid.
No, I know.
It's not like E3 where it's small enough to where you could fucking get everyone. This is like, dude, this is Comic-Con.
Well, right.
This convention is so stupidly large. Like, it's 4 days. Like, this thing makes PAX look like Reno Comic-Con.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So, yeah.
But it's the same thing where, like, especially with Marvel stuff, like, people are sneaking in cameras and filming stuff to get, memes out. And, like, it's advertised. That I've seen Marvel, like, reply to someone who stole, like, footage from a theater, and he'll be like, "Where'd you get that footage?" Like, clearly tongue-in-cheek, like, they've accepted that it's going to be a thing now.
You want to know what one of my favorites is, though?
Huh.
The Marvel actors replying to mean tweets.
Oh, okay.
Like on the Jimmy Kimmel show where they just read mean tweets.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Man.
Alright, so they announced all their Phase 4 MCU stuff. And they did it in a big, big way.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do all the stuff that's dated and confirmed, and we'll go in order. Black Widow's coming out next May. It's a prequel.
Alright.
The Eternals, which is gonna star Angelina Jolie and Richard Madden.
Okay.
Comes out next November. The thing that I am by far most excited for on this list that isn't Doctor Strange, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Disney Plus series coming out next fall.
What?
Yeah. It is a series that is going to follow the adventures of Falcon and Winter Soldier after Endgame.
What? Wait. Oh, I thought Falcon became
Captain America, yes.
Yeah. So how is this?
So they even show the shield. So I guess it's going to be him becoming Captain America.
But they're still calling him Falcon, at least for now.
Yeah, so it's an original series with all the original actors. Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, and Daniel Bruhl will reprise his role as Zemo from Captain America Civil War.
That's crazy.
It was shown in Hall H with Zemo wearing his trademark purple mask.
Nice.
So, by the way, Disney Plus is only $6 a month. When I heard that shit, dude, I was just like, "Fuck, dude, I might drop Netflix."
Oh man, I don't know the way we're splitting this up. I know they're cheap, but it makes me want to just end all my streaming. Like,
okay, but here's the thing: if you do this the ghetto way, where you divide the cost amongst 4 to 5 people, like we do.
Yes.
Because we got me, we got my mom, we got Anthony, we got my aunt, and we got Steph.
Right.
So we're just, and I just pay for my mom. So we're dividing the stuff for 4 ways. We could do 5. So, that's $16 becomes $3, man.
Sure.
And then for example, Steph pays for Hulu, I pay for Netflix. I personally have an Amazon Prime account because I need it. so I get the video service for free. But yeah, that's a perfect example. Like, if she pays for Hulu, I pay for Netflix.
I guess if you're doing it that way, then it's fine.
And at the end of the day, dude, a good cable package is still $65.
No, absolutely. I'm not saying like it's worse than the cable setup. It's just like I don't know.
I mean,
I've been getting to a point where I'm like not really all that thrilled with just streaming a lot of stuff anymore. I'll go to the theater and I'll watch a Marvel movie, but otherwise, I've been kind of falling off. The damn Picard show is really tempting me. I'll tell you that right now. But
I'll say this: I only watch like very specific series nowadays. Like BoJack Horseman will come out with a new season. I'll binge watch it in a weekend. Then all right, cool. I'm not watching Netflix for 2 months.
Right.
But like this Disney Plus shit, like I'm indoctrinated enough into Marvel.
That's the thing. They're getting you.
To fuck because I want to know, how does he become Captain America? How the fuck, like, those two always had really good banter. I want to see it.
Yeah, no, they got the actors and everything, so
fucking Zemo.
Right.
Yeah. So, and like in the case of Disney Plus, dude, that is so cheap.
Sure.
Like, Jesus, like. Well, I believe it was $6. I want to be.
Yeah,
sure.
here. Let's confirm now, just to be sure.
Yeah, like hold on. Okay, hold on. It was $7 a month. Hold on. It was $7 a month, and they had a yearly price as well. So, and they also announced like a bunch of shit with it too.
Okay.
Hold on.
Do.
$70 per year. So that breaks down to $6 a month.
Okay, so you're having to make a one-time purchase.
Yeah, like honestly, I wish I could do that with Netflix. I wish I could just pay for a year up front.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I would do because like this is kind of what I do now because like I pay for my Amazon, my PSN Plus, and my Nintendo Online all at once in December when I get my bonus, when I get my like end of year bonus.
Sure.
And I mean, you just set up for February when you get your tax return. There you go.
Yeah, that's true too.
And that way you don't have a monthly bill. So.
Yeah, I guess that's nice.
Yeah, like but so if you want to save a little money, go yearly. So they've actually put out but yeah, you have yeah, not only that, but dude, you're getting all the Disney animated classics. You're getting all the Star Wars movies and a new Star Wars show done by Jon Favreau.
Yep.
Fucking The Mandalorian. Never thought I would give a shit about Boba Fett. And here we are. Thank you, Jon Favreau.
Right. Yeah.
And then all the fucking Marvel movies. Like, shit, yeah. Plus these new Marvel shows. Like, fucking $7 a month, sure. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Right.
And they confirmed Tony Leung as the real Mandarin. So, do you remember that Iron Man 3 controversy?
No, I do not.
So, Iron Man 3, everybody and their mom bitched about the villain and end of that movie because the Mandarin wasn't the real Mandarin. Instead of getting a fucking Chinese wizard, you got a guy pretending to be the Mandarin and a science dude behind him.
Great.
Everybody and their mom, who's a comic nerd, complained about it because they didn't get their kind of sort of racist wizard, Chinese wizard. Well, here we go. Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, is going to fight the Ten Rings. And the Mandarin is going to be in it. You are going to get your original wizardy Mandarin.
All right.
God fucking damn it, I hate the internet. So that's a movie that's coming out November of next year. February 2021.
Oh, wow. All right.
Falcon and Winter Soldier was fall of 2020. WandaVision, which is a new show about Scarlet Witch, And
A show.
yes, on Disney Plus,
Okay.
all about Scarlet Witch.
Wow.
Then we are getting Loki, an original series about Loki in spring of
Yep.
2021. Then the one that I am fucking just out of my mind for, it is going to be Doctor Strange in the
Yep.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple of details about this one.
Okay.
The events of WandaVision will lead into it.
Okay.
It will star Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be horror themed.
Man.
My boner cannot be controlled.
That's cool. Take some cool stuff.
So, next up is an animated series. First animated series in the entire MCU.
All right.
It's called What If? Summer of 2020. Actors across the entire MCU: Sebastian Stan, Chris Hemsworth, Josh Brolin, Robert Downey Jr., etc., etc. You know, many, whoever you can think of.
Yep.
Is going to What If. It's an animated series where they do a bunch of what ifs for the MCU. So, like, what if Peggy Carter was Captain America?
Okay.
You know, what if Doctor Strange didn't do his weird plan to save the universe?
Right.
You know, stuff like that. Does that sound super cool? So I'm down for that.
What if Ant-Man went up Thanos' butt?
That's the one we need.
That's the one that's going to be asked the most, and it's the one that's not going to be done. But hey,
Hawkeye, starring Jeremy Renner in a real series that also introduced Kate Bishop, his daughter. Supposedly, it's going to set up the next Hawkeye for the Avengers.
okay.
Next one. I love the title of it, by the way. The logo is the most fucking like punk like 80s shit you have ever seen.
All right.
Like holy hell. It's called Thor: Love and Thunder. It's done by the Thor Ragnarok people.
Oh boy.
Valkyrie is going to be in it, and she is confirmed to be very, very much gay. If that
All right.
that was very heavily implied in Ragnarok, but
Yeah.
now it's even further cemented.
Let's keep implying.
Yeah, no, they've confirmed like gay as hell,
Sure.
and it's also going to have female Thor in it. And guess,
Oh right.
and it's gonna be a Jane Foster as female Thor.
Okay.
So Natalie Portman is confirmed coming back.
Weird.
Oh god. Can I send you an image on here? Yeah.
I don't know. Can you?
Hold on. Let me see. Fuck. I wish I could send you this. Oh, actually, I can't. Hold on.
Can't you just link it?
Fuck, I just closed it. God damn it. You need to see this logo. It is so 80s metal, and I love it. I love it so much.
80s metal. Okay.
Yeah, like, hold on. You need to see this shit.
I mean, yeah, I was thinking about Ragnarok and how stylistic a lot of that stuff was.
Like, you need to see it. Just the logo alone is wonderful.
All right.
I just linked it. I just linked it in Skype.
Oh my god.
Right?
It's like fucking He-Man.
Um.
Well, that's great.
So
Again, like between the Doctor Strange stuff and this, it seems like they're really playing into some nostalgic fun.
So, we're going to be getting that. Chris Hemsworth is returning. Tess Thompson, Natalie Portman as female Thor. Same director as Ragnarok and writer. And then on top of all that, we're probably going to... And if rumor has it, fucking God, I want it so bad, we may even see Beta Ray Bill. Can't I just have my Beta Ray Bill, Aaron?
I mean, eventually. The amount of money that's coming in.
Thor 5, Beta Ray Bill takes over.
Sure.
Alright, so, next up, no release date yet, but Blade. We're getting a new Blade.
Hey, it's about time Blade came back.
Starring, I'm gonna butcher this poor man's first name, Mahershala Ali.
Yes.
Okay. That is gonna be your new Blade.
Cool.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3, no release date, confirmed to be currently being worked on.
Fine.
Black Panther 2, same thing.
All right.
Captain Marvel 2, same thing.
All right.
Fantastic Four and X-Men, both being confirmed, not sure what phase the movies will land in.
Ah.
Whoo!
Just bring in my Silver Surfer, damn it.
Oh, dude, every one of these announcements, except for Black Widow and Winter Soldier, all scream, hey, this is the Cosmic Marvel setup.
Right.
We are doing Cosmic Marvel.
Yeah.
Space things. like I was reading this, I was like, oh, they're just repeating Phase 1, and I guarantee you that, like, one of the early movies of Phase 5 is going to be, like, a Space Avengers.
Well, it's going to happen eventually, yeah.
Fuck, we all know Galactus is going to be the new bad guy. Can we just fucking admit it already?
It's going to be the new Thanos.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
He's not as interesting as Thanos, I feel.
They can make him interesting. That's the thing.
Yeah, they can, but, like...
They now have license to do whatever the hell they want with any of the Marvel characters.
This is true, but, like, they still have to keep them somewhat tangentially related, unless they're, like, a ultra B tier character, like the Guardians were.
Of course.
Like, the reason they're able to do whatever the fuck they want with Guardians of the Galaxy is because no one knew who the fuck that was.
Well, exactly.
You want to know what my response was when I heard the words, they're making a Guardians of the Galaxy movie? The comic with the raccoon and the tree man? the Marvel's Capcom character, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. I guess. I mean, it comes out before the new Avengers. Weird. Whatever. It's probably gonna be dumb. And lo and behold, that is probably my favorite Marvel franchise right now.
Right.
It's that, or like, I love Spider-Man, but I don't like the MCU interpretation that much.
Compared to, like, Raimi, or compared to
like Raimi and like my favorite interpretation of the PS4 one, which, like, this one is so the opposite of that.
Right.
Because it's so early in his career.
Right, we're exploring the early portion of Spider-Man in the movies right now.
And I'm like, that is the most boring fucking part of Spider-Man.
I don't think so. They each have their value.
And also I think they fucked up the order of his introduction, by the way.
Okay.
Because, like, in Homecoming, I'm watching him be a bumbling fool for half that movie, or 2/3 of that movie.
Yeah.
Right? And then, but I'm like, you fought Captain America! You beat the Winter Soldier and Falcon together! How are you having these problems?
But Michael Keaton,
So,
he was Batman. What are you supposed to do?
You know, like, I feel as though, like, I would be a little less salty if, like, it went Homecoming then Civil War.
Sure.
Just because I'm like, motherfucker, you beat Falcon, who is literally just better Vulture.
Right.
And the Winter Soldier together. And Captain America beat you because he just tricked you.
Look, man, he was in the zone. He was training that one stat.
Oh, God.
Fight those guys.
Like, I was just, like, bewildered at that. And then, like, my problem with Homecoming is it doesn't feel like Spider-Man.
You don't think so?
It feels like Iron Boy.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's heavy
Like,
Iron Man involved, and they had to squeeze that in because they already knew what was going to happen with Iron Man.
look, I know they did, but like, part of Spider-Man is like Peter Parker's life has to suck, and he has to deal with consequence. That is a big part of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's not the fantasy part of Spider-Man everyone loves, but it's part of the reason why he's a likable, believable, dynamic, in-depth character.
Yeah.
Fucking, wow. I guess me going to college didn't go to waste. Anyway, that's part of the reason why he works. And in that movie, like, nothing feels like it has stakes, or very little, and, like, every decision Peter Parker makes has almost no consequence.
I mean,
It's
that boat scene was pretty good and a good Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, except Spider-Man didn't save the day. Fucking Iron Man did.
Well, exactly.
But like that, I'll agree with you. That's actually one of the parts of the movie I totally dug. Is like the parts where it felt like they had consequence was when he got his suit taken away, and then like the end climax against Vulture. The rest of it, I was just like okay, okay, so he's quitting all these clubs to like go be Spider-Man, but then he needs to be back on the club to go to DC. Like normally, like he'd be fucked and have to like, find a way there another way.
Yeah.
But no, just you're back on, Peter. And then like just every single time that happens, like no consequence for like, I have to go be Spider-Man. That's my first problem. My second problem is if Tony Stark just listens.
Well, yeah.
The Vulture is nothing to him.
Right.
It's just like he sees Vulture, like literally if Tony just all right, fine. I'll listen to you about the fucking bird guy.
I mean, but isn't that kind of on point for Tony Stark's character?
Yeah, but you know he listens to Peter though. Yeah. Especially because the movie implies he's been listening to every single one of Peter's phone calls.
Well, yeah, you would think.
Because, like, he says, like, it's just like, because on the boat, dude, I have these movies burned into my mind because of that podcast. Like, they are burned in. Because I had to watch them and take super in-depth notes on them.
Right.
So, I basically took a course on the MCU.
Yeah.
Anyway, he even says on the boat when, like, Peter's trying to set up that ambush, is, like, you hear the horn, he's like, what's that noise? Oh, I'm at band practice. That's how it happened. Oh, that's weird. Happy said you quit band a month ago. Anyway, it's like, hey, don't hang up on me, like... And then, like, I will say, once again, I like that scene at the end. It's just, like, when he takes away the suit, and Peter's like, I want to be like you, and Tony's like, I want you to be better.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I know that they're setting up Spider-Man to be the new fucking face, and I know that fucking, like, like, in the comics, Captain America's like, yeah, you're the best of us. Like, you are the best of me and Tony. Like, you're us put together.
Right.
Yeah. And, like, Far From Home even sets that up. And I'm like, okay, I really hope the next movie doesn't involve Tony Stark at all. Like, right. I don't want any Tony Stark in it.
Well, yeah.
Like, the only excuse I want Tony Stark is to put him in that Iron Spider suit. That's it.
Well, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, like, because, like, I saw this on Twitter. Someone posted the other day, and they're just like, man, Spider-Man 3's villain is going to be, like, some barista that fucked up Tony's order and made him reorder it. Like, I was just like, so, yeah, like, and then Infinity War, it's kind of, like, hard to say, like, because, like, okay, that's, like, he's jokey, he's Spider-Man. He did a perfect Spider-Man in that.
Yep.
And then same thing with Infinity War, and then Far From Home in the second half, like, the first half, I'm just like, this is the exact opposite of what I want from fucking Spider-Man. What happened to fucking with great power comes great responsibility? not with great power. I'm gonna go try and hook up with this chick and hang out in Europe.
He's a teenager.
Tell that to Tobey Maguire.
Well, yeah.
He was a teenager too.
Uh-huh. I don't care if you put glasses on him and make him timid. I'm not gonna buy Tobey Maguire and James Franco.
Yeah, man, look, man, the early 2000s were weird for that.
They were weird. No, you're right.
They were teenagers.
It's only in a post-Marvel cinematic universe look that like we look back on that as like a weird thing.
I mean, at least they were
Green Goblin outfit.
At least they were seniors.
Yeah.
No, like what I actually rewatched those movies before going to see Far From Home. Spider-Man 2 holds up like a champion.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 1 actually still holds up fairly well. If anything, for just how campy and weird it is.
Right.
Because, like, you have the green... Like, you have Spider-Man in a cage match being announced by Bruce Campbell.
Fighting Randy Savage.
Yeah, you know that, and you know that's how Spider-Man got his name in that universe, right?
Right.
Is Bruce Campbell. Because, I believe Spider-Man's like, what's your name, kid? Or Bruce Campbell's like, what's your name, kid? The Spider Leg. Ah, that sucks.
It was something like that, yeah.
No, it was like, that sucks. I got to think of something better. And there's like, and then he even says the line, because this part I remember being like, oh shit, when rewatching it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Amazing Spider-Man!
He's like, no, that's not my name.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like,
you gotta say my name right.
It's a fucking A. So yeah, I don't.
What are you doing up there?
Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm sorry you left us. He's in a better place.
Yeah. He gave us the best of him before he left, so.
And he's also probably really coked out.
He's pulling out cups of cream from mysterious pockets in his suit in heaven or wherever.
Oh Lord.
He rises up and he's like, the cream always rises and now I'm here.
We got a hell of a Phase 4. Yeah. Notice no Spider-Man in the hall, especially after that cliffhanger.
Yeah. I don't know. There'll be more Spider-Man.
Are we really going to get a 3-year fucking wait between Spider-Man?
Why not?
Damn. It's going to be a long time.
They're putting out a lot of Marvel stuff.
Yeah, man,
so
but
they got time.
That ending, though. Fuck. Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, fuck. Go tonight, homie.
I got shit to do. I have a lot of things I do now. Waiting on this move.
Doing things sucks.
It does suck, but... Yep.
Are you hiring movers, or are you just getting homies to help you?
No. Most of it I can do myself. I may get some help. I don't own a lot of stuff.
How are you going to move it? Like, truck? Rent a truck?
I got a work van.
Your work van, you lucky fuck.
We always drive around in a van filled with our cleaning stuff, so I just take all that stuff out, and I have this empty 2-seater van.
That is incredibly lucky.
It's great.
Like, cause I'm looking at my next move, like if I have to do one before heading up there, and which that might be a reality. And I've just come to the realization, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna hire movers.
Yeah. That's fair.
I even thought about fucking hiring movers for the move up there, because I was just like, it's not that much more expensive than a U-Haul, and I don't have to worry about driving a U-Haul 750 miles.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing. It's a damn good thing.
So we got one more Marvel thing.
All right.
Endgame is officially the biggest box office of all time.
Yep.
After Avatar's impressive 10-year reign at the box office, Endgame is officially number 1. So it came in at $2.79 billion, surpassing Avatar's $2.78. The tentpole exceeded the $500,000 needed to surpass. Pretty good, because this was going to be one of the last ones where it was going to be in in North America because it's going to be on Blu-ray in 1 week, 2.5 weeks.
Yep.
So, good call. Is that playing at my theater still? Because when I went to see Spider-Man, it totally was. Kind of curious. See if I can catch another showing of it. Nope.
Nope. All right.
Nope. They got The Lion King, Stubber, Spider-Man, Men in Black, which I hear is terrible, Crawl, Annabelle, Aladdin, Toy Story 4, and our theater does once a week classic showings on Sundays.
Nice.
And this week it is The Matrix.
Nice.
Last week it was Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
So, that's...
Aladdin and Lion King out at the same time.
Yes, I'm so happy for the soulless remakes.
But
they're apparently doing the Big Lebowski next month for classics.
Good call.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
I actually really want to see Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
I don't know how to feel about that movie.
I mean, one of my favorite Fast and Furious is Tokyo Drift, so don't mind me.
Tokyo Drift's great. I've enjoyed the last few Fast and Furious. I haven't seen the latest. 8. No, come on.
What's up? What's up? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, no.
Hey.
Can you hear me? What? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Whew. Okay. Hey, everyone, we're still here.
We're here. We're still here. We're still here.
I was screamed.
Okay, okay, hold on.
Go.
Alright. Oh my god. My internet's still airing out. Fucking Jesus. Okay, it might just be YouTube.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Okay. Alright, we got 2 fucking news stories left. Please
all right.
Hold it together.
Okay.
The next, I got technically 3, but the next one could be saved next week if I have to.
Oh, just go.
Alright, Tim Wiltz, studio director of Doom, Rage, and Quake, developer id Software, has announced his intention to leave the company after 24 years.
Oh, no.
He says, I've decided to leave id Software after QuakeCon. I've been extremely lucky to work with the best people in the industry on truly amazing games. I look forward to seeing everyone at Gaylord Texan. After QuakeCon, I reviewed my new future plans. He joined the studio in its infancy in 1995, remaining after the studio was acquired by Bethesda. He's one of the key minds behind the original Quake and continued to work on that and Doom over the years, as well as serving the creative director behind Rage and later Quake Champions. In his Twitter message, he said, all of the games currently in development are in very good hands. My departure will not affect its releases. It is packed with amazing talent that will continue to develop some of the best shooters in the world.
Okay.
So, I believe that is one of the last... That is the second to last old guard id people.
Okay.
So... that is one of the so there's only one old guard id person left. So it used to be Carmack, the 2 Johns, and one other gentleman, and then Wiltz came in a little later. But now it is the only one left is a Mr. Kevin Cloud.
Okay.
He has worked on everything from Wolfenstein. They needed a full-time real artist, and he came in on Wolfenstein 3D and has there all the way to current.
Damn.
He's from Shreveport, Louisiana, and he graduated with a degree in political science and pursued law, but he acquired his first full-time job as a computer artist at Softdisk in '85. He was hired by id Software in March 1992. He worked as an assistant artist to Adrian Carmack, and yeah, that's about it. Cloud was an artist and co-owner of id until the merger in 2009. He now serves as an executive producer on the Doom games.
Okay.
So, pour one out for another homie.
Yep. I'm sure he'll be doing other stuff, right?
Yeah, no, I'm sure this dude is going to work on something cool. Also, apparently, he is one of the ones that, the guy who left, Mr. Tim Wolf, is one of the ones credited for, he credits himself for being one of the ones behind Online Deathmatch. They are, some people who have worked for it over the years dispute some of that claim.
Oh, God.
So...
Fun.
That's a. If you guys want a really good book to read on the history of id Software and Doom and how unbelievably fucking smart those guys are. Those guys are probably some of the smartest, if not the smartest dudes to ever work in the industry. Look up Masters of Doom. It came out right after the release of Doom 3 and is a fucking masterpiece of a book about those dudes and how they figured out 3D and made 3D work and made scrolling work and how we're just... I cannot express to you how unbelievably smart John Carmack is.
Sure.
Okay, like, you cannot understand it without, like, an entire book like that laying it all out for you. In less good founder leaving news, because this is probably a bad sign for the company... another Blizzard co-founder, Frank Pierce, is leaving the company.
Oh.
Blizzard is seeing another departure of another longtime executive, Frank Pierce, who co-founded the company back what was known as Silicon and Synapse, announced they decided to move on from the developer after 28 years. Pierce shared the news in a statement on the Blizzard's website. It did not suggest he was leaving for another company. Instead, he talks about spending more time outdoors and pursuing other passions like learning to play an instrument. Current president, Blizzard J. Allen Brack, also known as the jackass who said you think you want that when you don't, several years ago when regards to asked about legacy servers. Pretty sure WoW Classic is very popular right now. Jackass. Parting ways with the company, in which he talks up Pierce's role, despite the fact that he hasn't been in the most public facing roles. Like many of us, Frank is an introvert, Brack said. Thus, many of you haven't seen a lot of him publicly nor seen the deep impact he's had on Blizzard and the culture specifically. But Frank has been here from the beginning and building and expanding the foundation and championing the values behind everything Blizzard does. Blizzard is better because of Frank and, fly in the room. So, anyway.
Alright.
Yeah. Fellow co-founder Mike Morhaime announced his departure last year. He left in February. This follows up with another founder that left, J. Allen Adham. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh no, and then also Chris Metzen left 2 years ago. He was the one behind all of Blizzard's stories from Warcraft onward.
Okay.
Along with several other employees over the past couple of years.
Yeesh.
So 2016, and then last year, Morhaime and Adham, and now this guy. And people think part of this is due to Now, Chris Metzen, he's come out and said no, it had nothing to do with Activision or anything like that. Because he even said, hey, it was just personal stuff going on in my life, and I want to retire and spend more time with my family.
Yeah.
He has a very good interview on a podcast known as The Instance. You can go look that up. I highly recommend it if you know about Chris Metzen. But a lot of people have speculated it is because Activision has really started to encroach on Blizzard recently. Up until last year, Blizzard has largely gotten to remain completely independent from Activision. They run their own finances, they run their own everything, and as long as they're making money, they're making money.
Yep.
But what ended up happening is last year, Activision, Blizzard's finance officer left. They got a new lady from Activision in. Jobs are being cut, morale's being cut, projects are being cut. There's like 3 different versions of Diablo. A lot of fucking people are being made to work on mobile games.
Oh man.
I'm sure you saw that lovely BlizzCon announcement last year. Just like,
Yeah.
will this come to PC at one point? You guys have phones, don't you?
Yeah.
Overwatch is doing well, but not as well as expected. While the last Warcraft expansion did great, this one is doing just kind of and as someone who is currently playing it, that's exactly how I feel about it, in all honesty.
Sure.
Hearthstone, doing great. Here's the Storm. It, while profitable, does not make nearly the god-tier amounts of money that League or Dota do, so Activision is not happy with it.
Yeah.
And then StarCraft 2 and Diablo are just kind of, they're old games.
Right.
Activision is demanding a bunch of, remodels and microtransactions and game changes and,
Oh man.
cuts and all this shit. So, and none of this is really public. It's just all behind the scenes, and the stuff is just leaking out, time to time.
Yep.
And here's the thing: I'm a huge fucking Blizzard fan. Okay,
Right.
like I'm a huge Blizzard fan. Okay, literally to the left of me right now is a stack of Warcraft Collector's Editions.
Sure.
In my closet, I have an Overwatch jacket. I have Diablo shirts. I love that company and everything they have made up to this point. Even their mediocre Warcraft expansions are better than most games I can think of. And they always were so in touch with their community up until recently, and were always always just seemed to give a shit for the most part. Even if they didn't always agree what was going on, they always kind of gave a shit.
Yeah.
Which was nice. And this past year, just been completely tone deaf. Battle for Azeroth is not the worst expansion. It was probably going to go down as the second worst. It feels like they took the last expansion, which in my opinion is the second best, and stripped a lot of the depth out of it. StarCraft 2 is just kind of going along, being a esport. Diablo is getting limited updates. Hearthstone gets its bi-yearly update, but like nothing really big or meaningful has happened. Here's the Storm. They killed its pro league that was run by Blizzard. And it used to be we were getting a hero about every 5 to 6 weeks. Now we're getting a hero about every 3 to 4 months.
Great.
And like granted, this year they've done a lot more balancing and reworks and like skins, but still like not the same thing.
Yeah.
Overwatch is completely fine. In fact, in this new role queue thing they put out, I actually really support it. And then they're working on Warcraft 3 Remastered.
Right.
And Warcraft Classic. So they have no announced projects right now besides 2 remakes of games that came out in 2002 and 2004. And a Diablo mobile game. That's a real bad look, bro.
Yeah.
Now, they're doing a bunch of stuff for Warcraft's 15th anniversary at BlizzCon, or WoW's 15th anniversary, Warcraft's 25th. And maybe we'll find out some stuff there. And that financial officer left, and maybe here's hoping they can turn it around, right?
Yeah.
And who knows? Like, a bunch of stuff has already supposedly leaked for the next WoW expansion, and it does look awesome, and it does like they're getting rid of a lot of the bullshit. And here's the thing: Activision wants to go where the money goes.
Yep.
And if WoW Classic does as well as I think it's going to do, which, to put this in perspective, day one of the beta, it became the most popular game on Twitch.
Right.
I think that Activision is going to be like, make it like that thing. Because they want the money.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, if you're a Warcraft fan, that's great for you because when stuff on Classic is not, where it needs to be or where it should be, or, like you're already through all the content, you can hop into the current or vice versa.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And supposedly Diablo 4 was going to be announced at last BlizzCon, but they held it. Which, honestly, that's what it felt like. Because why would you close with that?
Right.
Why would you close with that and do what you did?
Yeah.
If anything, you should have closed with Warcraft 3 Remastered. Because, let's put it this way. Warcraft 3 Remastered literally got Anthony and I to, have a stroke and cheer. I nearly cried tears of joy.
Oh, man.
That's one of my favorite stories in all the video games.
Sure.
When Arthas goes up to his dad and, he's, what are you doing, my son? Succeeding you. Boom! Stabs him. And the crown falls, and, Arthas is talking about his new world order, and the bells of Lordaeron are ringing, and it's just like, ugh.
Right.
Fucking Blizzard. You know what's up. So, yeah, yeah, I don't,
Well, it sounds like Activision's increased involvement is causing some problems, and
Activision, they've made plenty of money and had more money than any of most of your games outside of Call of Duty have. Step the fuck off.
Right.
They know what they're doing.
Yep. Yeah, no, they're gonna keep interfering, I think. So we'll see where things go in the future.
Sad news.
Okay.
Alright, so everything seems to stabilize, so I'm gonna pull up the last thing.
Alright.
Alright, so last thing.
Last thing.
Pokemon versus Digimon.
Wait, what?
I got sent this lovely GIF. Or not GIF, this lovely image.
Oh, yes.
I found the image we discussed last week.
Yeah.
And want to bring it up to you.
Okay.
So, Pokemon versus Digimon. He'll be comparing the most recent Pokemon game, Sword and Shield, with the most recent Digimon game, Cyber Sleuth, second most recent. This is to give Pokemon a handicap since their first console title. Cyber Sleuth was originally on the PS Vita and ported to PS4. Here's an example of in-game models of both characters and monsters, as well as in-game environments, and examples of battle UI. Man, does it make Pokemon look like shit. By comparison.
Yeah.
Fucking bad. Pokemon has 800 individual models, all of which are already completed and animated since Gen 6. Game Freak was able to port all these over, as they did in previous games. As they opted to cut Pokemon from the game completely, they intend to continue to do this for all future games. They said no, possibly in the future, no game might have all Pokemon. Which, even if that's the truth, you should not say that.
Right.
Cyber Sleuth has 249 individual Digimon. All models or animations were made from scratch. The sequel increases to 341. The director said he wants to add many more, including more obscure and often overlooked Digimon. Bottom here. Now let's compare their resources. Pokemon is the highest grossing media franchise in the world, valued at $90 billion. The video game sales make up $17 billion.
Yep.
Digimon is valued at $6 billion. The game's grossed $90 million.
Yep.
Roughly 188 times less than Pokemon.
Yep.
Other notables is Pokemon do not follow you in the world despite being fully functional run walk animations and game files. Your entire party is behind you in the overworld at any evolution level.
Yep.
Get 8 badges, beat the evil team, catch the legendary, beat the champion.
Yep.
Unique storytelling, many mature themes that doesn't hold your hand. That one I can't really confirm or deny. Ray says it's good because he loved this game. That was one of his favorite games that year.
Sure.
All attack animations are universal. Z moves have been removed. Each Digimon has their own unique, fully animated signature move.
Yeah.
Your rival starts the game with a starter weight to yours. Your rival starts the game with this.
It shows like this giant dog mech thing. I mean, okay, there are obvious reasons. That last one in particular, like, there's a reason Pokemon starts with the small things. Come on now.
Yes, that last one is obviously, like, tee-hee-hee. But
that's the problem with some of this, like, over-critiquing of it. Like, there's obviously some bad stuff that Nintendo's doing, but then you're, like, looking for stuff, and it's like, okay, you know.
So in conclusion, Game Freak can't manage to port over assets they've been using for 6 years, despite having funding to buy New York, while a franchise that makes nearly 200 times less money managed to outperform them in every aspect on a PS Vita.
I mean, the more I think about it and talk about it, like, it just sounds like it's a time thing. You know, it's because this is a franchise that relies on a TV show as well, and everything's got to be timed. Otherwise, I think they would take the time.
I think it's also, like, part of the problem is they've been coding on a DS since 2005.
Well, right.
And when they were told, hey, you guys need to make big boy games now, they bitched and moaned about it and couldn't get it working.
Well, they had a hard time, it seemed like, switching from 2D to 3D. I mean, I enjoyed X and Y a lot. I think they figured out some cool stuff, but then, like, the battle, like, the frame rate was just always garbage.
Yeah, you know what their excuse was, or that was, right?
I forgot.
Their excuse was, oh yeah, this is, like, we made these really high-end models.
Oh, right, the future-proof models.
So we could use these in, like, HD games when that happens.
Uh-huh.
Here we are.
Yep.
Like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah. No, it doesn't look good. Again, like, this can all be fixed if they just said, like, you only have Galar Pokemon to start, and then we work on each generation after the game is finished, and we just release them.
I mean, it doesn't fucking help their case that, like, fucking $17 billion.
Yeah.
You know, like, you can't fucking just go out and, like, outsource some of this shit.
They are outsourcing some of it, but clearly it's not enough.
Like, you can't just go, like, I agree with you, more time, but businessman gonna business, that ain't gonna happen.
Well, right.
So, realistically, what you as Game Freak have to do is, like, look, these games make more money than the GDP of a lot of countries.
Yep.
Please outsource this shit so we can at least get half of these in here.
Right.
But businessman goes, why, it's Pokemon, they're going to buy no matter what.
That's the thing.
Which is true, because...
And to be fair, they have put a lot of work into what looks like the new Pokemon. The new Pokemon seem cool. The new region looks cool. I've been loving all of the gym leaders. They got that aspect of it down just fine.
There's a lot of stuff that looks neat. And like I said, I'm going to play it. I'm probably going to get around to it late.
Sure.
Comes out the week before Doom. You know, so priorities.
Week before Doom, week of Fallen Order.
Yeah, that's a rough slot to be in for me personally to choose. Like, Doom is the one that takes priority overall, but
sure.
You know, like, I don't know about you. You probably Pokemon.
I really like Doom, but yeah, I gotta see what's going on.
Let me know. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be your Pokemon correspondent.
Please, let me know about the Pokemans.
No worries.
Holy shit, this is a long week.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to do...
We got through it.
Do one last pass for comments.
Alright.
And then we can call it a day. Alright, switch count. Gamecraft. Alright, so... Let's see.
The card show looks neat.
Yeah. So, thank you again to our 45 subscribers. And this week, our 30 viewers.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. I know that this is a humble peasant show, and you're obviously a small audience, but thank you for listening. And if God knows you made it through this long-winded as fuck episode.
You're not small in my heart.
You're the biggest in our hearts.
Mm.
We fucking need to go to a doctor.
Oh no, I can't breathe.
You know what the most viewed video on this channel is? It's from 8 years ago, and it's from me and Joe eating cookie dough and talking about it.
It was, the things we've done on this channel.
2,200 views.
We've done some weird shit.
I'm trying to find the next highest viewed is my PSP Go review.
Someone had to review it.
And then the midnight launch of the 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
That was a fun night. I remember that night. Alright, well, so, yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week with more of this lovely garbage.
I'm always ready for the garbage.
Garbage is the most fun, dude.
It is, unfortunately.
I love campy, dumb bullshit.
Man, let me tell you, I got some movies to show you.
Let me tell you, I got some games to show you.
Oh, man.
Fucking Metal Gear.
Hey, okay, you know what?
Metal Gear is the campiest bullshit in the world.
That's the best.
It's great, but it's dumb.
I think our definition of fun garbage is different.
It's quality fun garbage.
I was gonna say, like, are we the way you're defining it? Are we including Deadly Premonition in that?
Kinda. Yeah, like I'd say Metal Gear has a lot of bits that are quality, where Deadly Premonition is just a fucking pure train wreck.
All right.
All right, guys. Love ya.
Have a fantastic week, you guys.
Yep. See you next Tuesday.